Happy day, my love. How y'all doing today? Oh my goodness. So it is cold out here. So guess what I got? I have a nice blanket for Friday confessions. So welcome, my love. My name is Stacy. I'm an artist creating my masterpiece called Life. And I'm here to empower you so you can become the best version that you can be and create a life that you love. And so I want to talk to you today about resistance. You see how fast this is? I'm getting right into it. It is chilly here in England. You can see there's ice everywhere. Ice. You hear it crunching? Crunchy, crunch. Yes, I have my dress on. It is December, a couple days to Christmas. And yeah, this is how I do it. This is how I do it, my love. So I'm here. So resistance, let's get right to it. Okay, so I want to talk about a few stories of why I want to talk about resistance. And let's start first with this year. The reason I want to talk about resistance being the second to last Friday of the year. Got one more Friday to go. So next week I'm going to talk about something else. But today I wanted to talk about, kind of recap my year. Next week that's recapping. But in a sense, what was this year, 2019, for me? Maybe for you. Earlier in the year, especially mostly like January, when we talk about New Year's resolutions and stuff, instead of doing resolutions, I put out more a mantra. What is my mantra for the year that I want to achieve or accomplish? And I was going through some stuff within myself, and I'm like, you know what? Resistance. I need to overcome the resistance that's in my life right now, or it's just going to bring me down. So that's why I want to talk about resistance. I kind of want to, look at the year, that how did I overcome the resistance or not? Did I learn something? And I want to share with you, yes, and how you can overcome the resistance. And what is resistance? What is it to resist? Well, I've kind of learned the reason why I wanted to overcome the resistance. Hey there, how you doing? I'm outside. Woohoo! Happy holidays to you. I wanted to overcome the resistance of feeling resentful, feeling angry and upset, and just bitter and sour. I was in a place that I just was like, I don't like this feeling. And if I don't let go of this and work on my resistance in my life, I'm going to ruin my relationships. I'm going to ruin a good thing that I have going on for me in my life. So I had to make a change, a choice and say, okay, do I stay stuck where I am and just resist, keep resisting and causing arguments and just being bitter and resentful and nasty and moody and bitchy? Or do I make a change? Because I know I didn't like being that person. I'm such a happy person. I'm filled with love and joy and all kinds of things. And I come on here and I want to share that with you. And so when I found myself just constantly at the end of last year being bitter and resentful, I was like, okay, 2019 is the year of resistance. I'm going to let go of that resistance. And I have to say, it's still work in progress, but I've made gains and I'm in a better place and I'm so happy and stuff. I'm letting go of the resistance. I've become aware of the things that do put me in that funk, when I start resisting and blocking the energy. Because let's talk about resistance, why it's not a good place to be. First of all, when you resistance, let's see, another name for resistance could be anger, resentfulness, bitterness, hatred, revengeful, fear, hopelessness. When you're in that place, you block this beautiful energy that we call source, life, love, whatever that is for you, that flow. And when you're in that place of negativity, in that space of just negativity, you lose that connection to God, the universe, that love, that flow, that just grace, that energy of positivity. And so for me, I've been in that place and I know what it feels like to be connected with God and the universe, to feel the energy, to feel, connected to Him. And when I'm in a place of resistance, I feel blocked. I lose all that sense of connection. Therefore, I'm in a place of lack and scarcity, lack of abundance, you name it. It's not a good place to be. So it is chilly out here. I'm trying to keep my focus. So I have a couple stories about resistance. And in order to change that for yourself, first is self-awareness. You have to become aware that whatever in your life is not working. You need to become aware of the triggers in your life. So I became aware of the triggers in my life. And at first you just kind of like, okay, you just go through the motions and you just let it kind of control you and ruin your life and stuff. But it's until you have awareness is when you can make that choice and say, wait a minute, I don't like this place I'm in. I don't want to be here. I need to do something different. I have to make a change. I don't want to be here. And that's when you have to like be mindful and aware of like, do I want to stay where I am or let go and be free? Because when you hold on to resistance, truly you're not free. It's something that someone said, did, or you heard or saw, some type of word, thought, or action of others, or maybe yourself that triggered something that you just start thinking about and resisting. And then therefore you go down this rabbit hole of these thoughts from the past, or this incident or circumstance or whatever it is that happened in your life in the past. And it comes up, right? Starts bubbling up. You start feeling the fire within. And then therefore maybe you want to blame someone. You go back to a past memory and it all comes back. It feels like it just happened to you all over again. And then you're blaming the world, you're blaming the person, the thing, whatever thing that happened or didn't happen in your life. And then now you're bitter and you're resentful and you're hating life, you're hating the world. And it's something that happened already. So that's the first key, is you need to become aware that whatever that resistance is, you need to let go because it already happened. You need to recognize the trigger in your life. What was said that triggered that emotion, that feeling? What was heard? What did you see? Maybe what was done or not done that brought up those feelings, that emotion to go back to some place that you don't want to go to. Once you can become aware and assess that and recognize that, then you could start working on letting go of that resistance and saying, you know what, no thank you, I've been there, I've done that happened already, nothing I can do, I can't go back, I can't turn back the past. You know, I said yes, I said no, whatever the thing that is that you're finding that brings you bitter and pain and sorrow in your life, like you need to let it go. Because then, like I said, you lose that connection to the universe. You lose that connection of love, joy, light and love. Oh my goodness. And so therefore, it's a choice. Do you want to stay in the place of darkness? Do you like to feel nasty, bitter, bitchy, moody, hateful, revengeful? Like you want to get somebody back? I had a conversation with my daughter this morning and she's like, oh, it's somebody's birthday today. And you know what? They ruined my birthday. And so I feel like I want to ruin their birthday. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, let go. Your birthday happened, what, a month or two ago? Like, get over it. Like, why are you reliving that emotions? Why are you reliving that incident that happened, that person did to you? Like, let it go. Right now is a new day. You're letting something in the past, and for her, the trigger was that it was this person's birthday, and it reminded her of her birthday because this person did something to her or tried to attack her, or, I don't know, you know, drama in high school. So she felt like, well, it's her birthday and I'm going to ruin her birthday like she ruined my birthday. It's like, whoa, stop there. Like, let go. Like, let go, make peace with what happened in the past and move on, because that's going to make you bitter. That's going to ruin your day. Because already first thing in the morning, she's like negative. She's in this negative space. And it's like, girl, you got control. Let go of it. It happened, whatever. Move on. Don't even think about her. Don't let her take up your time and your energy. So move on. So that was an incident that sparked, you know, this conversation too. And what really got me to say that resistance is going to be the year for me is that last year we got a dog. And, you know, if you're a dog lover, God bless you. I'm not saying I don't love animals. I love animals. Everything that God created, I love. But I prefer not to have pets. You know, I had that in my past. And last year I was kind of like outnumbered. Everybody in the family wanted a dog. And I'm like, oh, I don't want a dog. You said you didn't want to have pets. Now you're changing your mind. Like, what's going on? And so in a sense, if you're a mom or a parent and you got people begging you, your kids or your loved ones or your partner, like, oh, please. And they're giving you this look like, please, I want a puppy. I want a doggy. And you give in, right? I gave in and said yes. I really didn't want to, but I said yes because I felt bad. You know, as a mom, I want to make everyone happy, you know, as someone, I want to make people happy and bring joy. But then what happened, that caused me turmoil because inside, deep down, I really didn't want the dog, but I said yes for others. And then when little incidents happen, I would get mad, I'd get bitter. I'd be like, see, you know, I didn't want a dog. It's your fault, blah, blah, blah. Like, you told me when we started dating that you don't want no pets. And like, you know, now, like, all these things just kept coming up, right? Like, I found fault in others instead of saying, wait a minute, you said yes, Stacy, regardless I didn't want to, but I still said the word yes, and I had to learn to take the responsibility and say, okay, you're right. I said yes, I have to accept it. We have the dog and love the dog, and she's part of the family. And it took a while to let go of that resistance. I was feeling it. I don't know, some triggers from my childhood. I didn't like dogs. Dogs scared me. I must have had some incidents happen to me. So again, those triggers, you need to reflect when you have some triggers, something that brings you back, and you have this resistance of resentment. Find out why. What happened? What needs to let go? What needs to be released? You need to let go and forgive and move on and say, I looked at it, my past, okay, my childhood, that was then. I'm not a child. I'm a new person today. I have a choice to say, okay, am I going to let my past circumstances, things that happened in my past, like determine how I live today? Okay, so something maybe happened when I was a kid with dogs and stuff. I was afraid of dogs and stuff and them barking and jumping on me. And so, and other incidents that happened to me in my life. Do I hold on to that and say, okay, well, I'm still afraid of dogs? Like, that was then and this is now. And now I have a choice to say, okay, you know what? Let me let go. Or I'm going to just be miserable and I'm going to ruin my relationships and make everybody in the household miserable. And the dog could sense the energy. So I had to let go and accept my responsibility for saying yes. And we have a dog and that's all to it, and make the best of it. And so, be open to it. Like, the dog, like, right, Ellie? Like, God created the dog and God created her out of love. So I had to look at the positive things. Like, hey, whatever happened to me back then, like, this is a different dog. I'm in a different situation. I'm not a little girl anymore where these big dogs are going to scare me. And so I had to let go of resistance. And so when you find yourself just like in a place that you're not happy, things that don't bring you joy, meaning or purpose in your life, you need to reflect. Why? What is that? What is that thing for you that is causing you this pain, this turmoil? And reflect and let go. Because what resistance is, it's almost like a control. Like, it was out of my control, right? Having the dog, I don't have control of the situation. So therefore, I want to blame everybody else, right? That's that resistance. That's resentfulness. That's that anger, that bitterness. So, and for me, I didn't want to be in that place. I'm like, this is not me. I'm not a bitch. I'm not this kind of person. I'm a loving person and I want to share the love. So what do I need to do in order to have that connection with the universe, to have the energy flowing and not lose that? I had to be willing to let go of the resistance. So, it's so funny driving home after church this morning. I go to church every morning to pray. And for Friday, this is the second time I did this. I prayed the rosary and then I sit down with my phone, open up the notes and start writing. Like, what's the description? What's my talk going to be about? And at first I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to write about. I know I want to talk about resistance all week, but now I'm like, okay, I need to put it into a description so I could post it on my feed here so you know what I'm talking about. And all of a sudden I just start typing and writing things out and it just all comes to me. And then on the way home, I almost start crying. Because I'm just talking to myself. I probably had a better conversation with myself than with you right now because I get so fired up. Right now I'm cold and I'm just trying to think of everything and put all my thoughts together. But it was crazy. It's could someone record me while I'm driving? Because that is when I'm so unfired. I'm so wow. And I'm trying to think if I'm saying everything that I wanted to talk about. Because I get so emotional, I get so fired up. But really when it comes down to it, recognizing, becoming aware of those triggers, thoughts, words, or actions from others, and maybe even yourself. You could just be maybe daydreaming and just some random thought that comes to your mind, something that happened to you in your past. And then you have that choice in that instance to recognize it and say, no, thank you. I'm not going there. I already lived that. I already accepted it. I moved on. I forgave it. Squash it and move on your day and come back to your present self, right? Be present. Whatever happened in the past is in the past, and we can't change that. What we could change is our today. How do you want to show up today in this world? Who's the person you need to be today or want to be today? So therefore, what do you need to let go of to be the person you want to be? Do you want to be a happy person, a fun, loving, energetic person? So then you need to think about what are the things you need to let go of? What is that resistance you need to let go of? Or do you want to just be that bitter person? You hate the world, be a bitch, look at me, don't mess with me, don't F with me. Who do you think you are? And you just want to have this control and you just resist everything in your life. That's not a happy life. That's a sad place. So for me, I want to share love, light, and joy with the world. And without even sharing love and light and love with the world, oh my goodness, it's cold. I want to be happy. Whether I'm on the camera or off camera, I'm by myself or I'm with others, I want to be happy with myself and love myself and know that I am connected to God, the Almighty. And I want His abundance, His love to flow with me, because when you're in a dark place, you lose that. So that's what I have for you, because it is freaking chilly out here. Like, yes, you can see there's ice out here. I'm just really trying to rack my brain and make sure I talked about everything. Like, resistance, other names for resistance, anger, resentfulness, bitterness, hatred. I mean, you could look at the description. I think I wrote everything out there. And, triggers, like I said, triggers could be something you see that reminds you of something, a smell. It could be something that you hear, something somebody did, or maybe something that wasn't done, and you hold as resistance. And that's another thing I want to talk, this last thing. So resistance, when you feel that resistance, when you do have that trigger, right, and you start feeling the feelings, what's not happening is what you're not doing is you're not allowing that feeling, because we all have triggers, right? But it's recognizing and saying, okay, no, and you let it go through you. When you have a trigger and you hit that resistance, it's because you're blocking that energy from moving through you. Because thoughts come and go, right? But there's maybe that one thought that just stops. Now it's sticking with you, and you're just like, you're marinating in it, and you're bathing in it, and you're just like holding on to that resistance instead of saying, okay, you know what? The thought comes, okay, that happened, okay, I'm not, that sucked, I said yes, whatever, okay, let it go, move on. Move on with your day, let it pass through. Because our feelings and our emotions are energy. It's kind of crazy that a memory, a thought can trigger feelings within us, right? That burning feeling or desire, good or bad, right? And so when you can become aware that your thoughts are energy, that feelings and emotions are energy that moves you, right? In the right direction or the wrong direction, to stay stuck or to move forward in life. So when you become aware of the triggers in your life and not let them bother you anymore because you let go, that name that you hear, whatever incident you see, that color somebody wears triggers me or reminds me of this and that, like, just let it go. Oh, it's somebody's birthday today and they did this to me. So like, let it go with whatever those triggers are. If it's a reminder of something, you see something that reminds you of somebody in your past, like, let it go. And the only way to let it go is there's a couple steps. So I can go on forever, but it's really to recognize it and to accept what happened, embrace it, and let it go and forgive it. That's when you're truly free. And then these triggers that you have will no longer trigger you anymore, because you'll be aware of it. And when you do have a trigger, you let it just move past you, move on. Think of your thoughts as clouds. These thoughts that come in, just let them keep moving through. They come in, they go, they come, they go, they come and go. But that one trigger that comes, and all of a sudden it stays at you, you're holding on to it. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna go and warm up because it's chilly out here. Yes, it is. Anyways, I don't know. I say so much, and I just want you to understand what resistance is and how you could overcome your battles of resistance so you can live in peace and have the freedom to be free, in a sense, and not let somebody else's circumstances or past circumstances or somebody else's actions or words trigger you to be something that you don't want to be. So if you know today your intention is, I want to show up and be the best version I can be, I want to be happy, full of light and love and joy, and I don't want nothing to bring me down, then you need to become aware, okay, because life's not perfect. Those thoughts are going to come in, past thoughts, something's going to be said, heard, or something done that triggers something. Are you going to be ready for it? And when it comes, are you going to be saying, okay, I'm ready? If something comes my way, I'm going to let it go, forgive it, whatever, accept it, move on, and it's past. And because I want to live in the present moment, and I want to be happy, and I want to be free, and I want to have peace of mind. So that's what I have for you, my love. Yes, that's what I have for you, my love. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. I had to wear this dress finally. I had this dress in my closet for like a year, and I'm like, okay, I'm wearing it. Christmas in a couple days. So wherever you're in the world, happy holidays. Much love to you. Like always, go out in the world, share love, make peace, and be happy, and stay warm, and don't be crazy like me and freeze yourself. Anyways, I love you. Oh, also, let me know yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything, any ahas, appreciations from this video. If you want to know more into it, my programs that I have breaks all this stuff down. You know, right now I'm trying to like put it all together, talk from the top of my head, and it's freezing, so my brain is half frozen, so I'm probably not coming across clearly. But I have a 12-week program, 90-day total transformation, that you can sign up for any time of the year. And if not, I have a 28-day Jumpstart New You program that starts and kicks off in January. So if you're interested, it's mindset work. It's weekly coaching, motivation, a detox cleanse, and so much more. So if you're interested, connect, let me know. Right now I'm doing a free consultation, 20-minute clarity call. So if you want to get clear on what your goals are for the future going into 2020, you're uncertain, you're not sure, let's talk for 20 minutes and see if I can put you in the right path, and if any of my programs are a fit for you, and yeah, go from there. Okay, I'm gonna go, Ellie. I know, right? We're cold. Okay, I love you. If you're watching this on replay, let me know, and yes, share the love, share the love. Bye.